Welcome to Silver Linings Talk Show, and we are so excited about today for a couple of reasons. Number one, we have Christine Reed from Shayna B by the Sea with us today, and we are so excited to talk about your transformation, your story, your fantastic vegan bakery, and it's also our 50th episode.
I don't know how that happened. How did we get here?
Congratulations.
Well, we do have a path. There are, a lineup of episodes, but.
And we were like, oh my gosh, how perfect, our 50th episode, and we have a baker in the house. So we asked Christine, and you so graciously made us cupcakes that are literally in the shape of 50, just to highlight and celebrate our 50th episode. So we are so excited to have you here.
Excited to be here, and congratulations again.
Well, thank you. So we'd love to start off the show. I mean, it's one thing to have a place in the community, but we'd love to know a little bit more about how you began. Where did Shayna B's come to be?
Yes.
Well, Shayna B's came to be in 2007. I started off as a vegan bakery, renting a little spot at our local Hungarian club in Ashford, Connecticut. And I just started doing grassroots, boots on the ground, vegan boots on the ground, farmers markets, and getting to know people and just wanting to feed them. And I loved cooking for friends, for family, and I just wanted to bring it to the next level.
But why vegan, may I ask?
Vegan, it's a belief of mine.
Okay.
I'm vegan, and I truly believe in cruelty-free food, and that's our mission, is to provide cruelty-free food for everyone. You don't need to be vegan, you can come and enjoy our products.
Absolutely.
And I also like when we just quickly talked at the beginning, you were talking about how a friend had celiac.
Yes.
And that kind of almost started a journey too, because your friend's like, there's no good tasting food. And I know, back in 2007, there was no really good tasting baked goods.
Exactly.
So I think, was she kind of like a jumping point?
Yes, definitely Wendy was, and I named my first gluten-free cookie after her.
Oh, really?
The Wendy Bite, yes. But yes, the more I was out there, and with Wendy as well, it was just like this microcosm of knowing that I needed to change what I was doing to help more people, because there was a niche, there was a need out there that people couldn't find.
Yes.
Couldn't find really high quality gluten-free vegan, and I wanted to keep the vegan tone as well. I was not going to leave that behind, because that's truly who I am.
Nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm curious, can you give us the timeline on, how Shayna B's by the Sea, where it began to where it is now?
Sure. Yeah. Well, like I said, I started in 2007 doing farmers markets in the Ashford, out near Ashford, Putnam, that area, the Quiet Corner. I was renting a small small kitchen space at the Hungarian club, and then they told me that they didn't have heat in the winter time, so I needed to find another facility to work at. So I started renting a spot at a local goat farm, and that's when my products started to pick up. I needed more hours there. I helped around the farm to have more hours there, so I could
kind of
provide.
like a barter system.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Sounds
yes.
great. Yeah.
Yep. So after that, when my business started to pick up, I applied for a small business loan at the Northeast Economic Alliance in Willimantic, and I was given a small business loan, and I built my own kitchen. I took my garage and I redid it into a small commercial kitchen, and still doing the farmers market, still working my full-time job at the time. And then once I built my kitchen, I worked there for about 7 years out of my kitchen in my garage, still doing farmers markets, but also starting my wholesale business, my wholesale arm of the business. So I delivered to co-ops, natural food stores, Big Y, Whole Foods. I started delivering to those establishments, and then yeah, 7 years later, I knew I needed a storefront. I wanted a storefront. I knew there was much more I could do at a storefront. So in 2017, yes, I opened my first storefront in Old Saybrook. And yeah, so we were there for about 3 years. And then I needed a larger space. It was just probably COVID hit, and that was a little bit of a setback for us.
For sure, yeah, I think that affected everybody for sure.
It did, yeah. And I'm grateful for the community for keeping us in business because it was a tough time for restaurants.
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends, a lot of my restaurant co-workers, they didn't make it. So I'm thankful for the Shoreline community for keeping us alive and keep it coming. And then after COVID, I knew I needed a safer space, a larger space, and I was able to find our current location at 631 Boston Post Road in Westbrook.
Yeah.
So it was a larger, much larger, outdoor seating, beautiful dining area, bakery cases. It was lovely. It is lovely.
It is lovely.
Yay. I wait to visit.
Yes,
awesome.
absolutely. When you come to Connecticut, you got to go to Shayna B's
Yes.
by the Sea. Absolutely.
We're all going. Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And I just want to say, you were really boots on the ground if you found yourself in Walmart and Whole Foods and all that. I mean, I think that's a pretty significant business upgrade, right? To find yourself in local shopping markets.
And to do that for 7
And to do that on your
years,
own?
that's a long
That's
time.
pretty amazing.
It was it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, but I loved it, and a lot of I'm very fortunate to say that I love what I do.
Yes.
And my passion is shown through my food, and I try to help as many people as possible. So that kept me going for sure.
So one thing that we were curious about is how did you come up with the name? Shayna B's by
Because
the
her name
Sea.
is Christine Reed.
Yeah, right.
And I kept thinking her name's got to be Shayna.
Yes.
And it's not.
So we were like, how'd you come up with the name?
Well, through my process of working and starting the bakery business, I attended the University of Hartford entrepreneurial class and the program, and it ran for a whole semester. But the the premise of the class was to develop a business plan for you. So from start to finish, you had a clear plan for providing to banks or lending institutions for small business loans. So in that entrepreneurial class, we had the luxury of having professionals come in on a weekly basis, accounting professionals, marketing professionals, tax professionals. They would come in and just give a small presentation on what to expect and how to prepare for these things. So the marketing professional came and sat with me and wanted me to, asked me what I was going to name my business, and I wasn't quite sure. She said, "Well, it has to be V. It has to start with a V so people can attach V to vegan." And I'm like, "Okay, well, okay."
You weren't feeling it.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that vibe. And then later on that week, after I had spoken to her, because she was very clear, like, this is you, this is you out there, so you have to make sure that you present yourself, and what better way to present myself than with two little dogs that I loved. So when I was out walking my dogs one night, they were just being goofballs like they usually were, and I was like, Shayna B, and my dogs were Shayna and Dylan Dill Pickle, so Shayna and the Pickle. So I was like, yeah, that's it. So I started off my business as Shayna B's and the Pickle, and then And then when I started, when I knew I needed a storefront and I was moving down to the shoreline, then I just kind of
You tweaked it.
yeah, tweaked it a little bit. Tweaked the name a little bit. Nothing against Pickle by any means. She's still here. Their dish is still at my place. But that's how I came up with the name, and that resonated with me. That made me feel like, yeah, this is what.
And I wanted to show a picture of your outside sign, so people can see like the Shayna B logo. Here's your sign. So I thought that was pretty cool.
And it's very colorful, and
Yeah.
I really love how there are programs out there like the University of Hartford Entrepreneurial Program to help new businesses, especially they really do a great job with female specifically run businesses, and I know a number of people who have plugged into that and really been able to succeed and get the help they needed to get either financing or the help that you got, whether it be to name your business or just all of the things, accounting and everything. So shout out to that program.
Absolutely.
For sure, for that help, because I think you just gave a great testimonial to how they walked you through all the little things, and the one thing that you were stumped on, they helped guide you through, even though it doesn't begin with a V.
Yeah, exactly. And they were, and with that business plan, I was able to get some help from a small lending institution, Northeast Economic Alliance, out of Willimantic, and they were phenomenal.
Awesome.
For small business, and yes, as well. So yes, shout out to them as well.
Oh, that's so
Nice,
great.
nice.
I think, Diane, you had something else to input here?
Well, you're helping the community. I mean, what a silver lining all of this is. Dina, what were you going to share?
Well, I wanted to share what a silver lining Christine is into my family and my home. So at age 4, my son had to go dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free, egg-free. And in 2011, there was nothing. So the moment we found out Shayna Bees by the Sea was in Old Saybrook, because we're in Westbrook, we were thrilled. And then through the years, we've just continuously gone to the bakery. And I wanted to share with you a little collage of photos I literally have taken of your stuff through the years that I have bought.
Awesome.
So can we show, and I'll just kind of go through. So this is a birthday cake made for my son.
Okay.
He plays tennis and he's an amazing drummer. So there are those right there for him. And we can just roll right through them quick. This was one time at Easter. I love those little Easter bunny cupcakes. And so I was also kind of looking at holiday stuff. So here's Valentine's Day. You have like the love cupcakes and the heart cookies. So
I think it's something that you used to always mention, Dina.
yes,
That,
a gorgeous birthday cake for me. Of course, I had to add that. I mean, that's just gorgeous. Not only
you're
does it
only
taste
4.
amazing,
yeah,
it's
Dina was only
beautiful.
4. Yes, Dina was only 4.
Yeah,
Candle.
maybe that's when I was 40. I think we have a few more too.
But I love Dina used to always say she wasn't a baker.
All right, here's I'm not a baker at all. Here's some really cute Halloween cookies that I would get for my son, so he would have something really cool for holidays, right?
Otherwise, he couldn't have them. That was she was
right.
heartbroken.
I
I
was.
remember her sharing that with
Here's
me.
a gorgeous Thanksgiving cake.
Oh,
Look how
beautiful.
beautiful that is.
Yes.
Love that. That's a carrot cake. Your carrot cake's phenomenal. Christmas cookies. Like, my son can't just get Christmas cookies like from the store, right? So again, you allowed my son to have things like everyone else. And I thank you.
Thank you. That's why we're
Yes, you are
here.
a silver lining to many. You're a silver lining in the community. You're a silver lining to me.
Thank you, Dina.
Yep.
And you even brought us some treats.
Yes.
Not just the cupcakes, but you brought a sampling of what you provide in the store.
Yes.
You wanna tell us
Yes.
a little bit about those?
Sure, yep. Well, these are some of our cookies that we make. Cookies are probably the as Dina has bought them in the past. Our cookies are probably one of our biggest sellers. I also make cookies for diabetics and grain-free people as well, because that's another whole other level of need as well. And then I'm also starting to make a protein bar for people that need nut-free, soy-free, gluten-free, dairy-free. They were inspired by two cyclists that I know, two female cyclists that are incredible.
Nice.
So they inspired that. And then we have our oat bars, which is another big seller, fruit oat bars. So yeah, we try to run a whole bakery gamut as well as lunch and dinner and grab and go
Yes, and we're gonna
meals.
talk about that
Okay.
too.
Yeah, okay.
So I just have to highlight congratulations on being in the top 100 of vegan restaurants around the country from Food and Wine magazine. What an honor. Tell me
was
just your
incredible.
thoughts about that.
I was blown away, floored. I was just so honored. I was so honored. We work so hard. My staff and I work so hard, and I can't do this alone. So my staff is amazing, and it was an honor for them as well to see their hard work recognized. And yeah, it was quite the honor. Yes.
So we want to show a few more pictures that you sent us about some of your desserts, about what, to show why you are top 100
Okay.
in the country.
Yeah.
Can we show a few photos? Oh, that was again mine.
Oh, I was like, oh,
That was
okay.
a Christmas cake you made me. Isn't that beautiful?
That is beautiful, actually. Yes.
So that was like a wreath cake.
Yep.
This is what you brought that you have. Can you tell us a little bit about just the pictures?
Sure. Yep. That's our cashew cheesecake. It's I think I made that. Yeah, it was a raspberry. It was a berry cheesecake. that we made.
Nice.
Yep. That's also diabetic friendly. No refined sugar, cashews, and maple syrup.
Awesome.
So you really are catering to all sorts of dietary sensitivities.
I tried
and
to.
restrictions. Yeah.
Yeah, and these are our bagels. We make those fresh every day, all different flavors. If someone has someone inspired to make a new flavor, let me know. I'll make it for them.
Cool.
But yeah, those are our bagels that we make every day. Cinnamon roll. Yeah.
Those are great.
Yeah,
making me
cinnamon rolls,
hungry.
yeah. Those are our hostess style. I have to say hostess style for
Yes.
copyright purposes.
And I can tell you they do taste like like that.
Yes.
It sounds
Yeah.
like you've tried everything.
And this is one of our lunch items. It's a Nourish Bowl made with quinoa, roasted vegetables, and avocado, and roasted pumpkin seeds. Comes with a tahini dressing. And we make our own wraps here, which I don't think anyone does in this state that I know of.
Really?
Yeah, we make our wraps fresh to order, gluten-free, vegan, and yeah, I think that's our MBLT, which is mushroom, bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Nice.
And that is a sample of our Buddha bowl. I have an incredible salad maker. Susan is amazing with presentation and salads, and that's her Buddha bowl with fried tofu.
Nice. Excellent. So you're not only just a vegan bakery,
Yes.
you're also serving lunch
Yes.
for people to dine in, for people to take out.
Absolutely. Cater. We cater also.
You cater?
We do cater, yes.
Excellent. Well, we know you can order desserts.
Yes, you
Well, it sounds like that's Dina's preference. I definitely am more savory, so I love the fact that you cater. Do you have limitations on how many? What the number of people?
No.
That's
No,
amazing.
and we kind of tailor the catering to the person. If they're interested more of a Mediterranean dish or Italian, or we try to work with them.
Okay.
And we can veganize anything.
Nice.
I love that. And I understand, because we have some people helping us out in the studio today, that you also do open mics or entertainment
Yes.
events at your facility. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? And it seems to be more like establishing community or bringing people together.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, music is a huge love of mine. So that was in my business plan to make sure that I embrace the local musicians, local artists. So we have artists products displayed in the store as well that you could buy. But the musicians, they come in from 2 to 4 every Saturday. We have live music from a local musician, and then the first Sunday of every month, we have an open mic night and open mic day from 1 to 4, and people can come in, bring a ukulele, bring a trombone, whatever you'd like, just bring it on in and show us what you got. So
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes. Yes.
And a good friend of mine, Terry LaChance, is the one who coordinates all that. So she's been phenomenal in getting everyone in line and making sure that the slots are filled and people know what we're doing that day. So
Well, it does sound like you have quite a team there too.
I cannot do this alone.
Finally,
Yeah.
because you were the one pulling it all together for so long, and sounds like you've made quite. It takes dedication and it takes a while. So congratulations on your
Thank you.
success
Yeah.
for sure.
Thank you. I could not do it alone. My employees are fantastic.
Wonderful.
And you also, besides doing the events of the open mics, you have, I don't know how long you've been doing this, but you do a Friday night dinner.
Yes, yes. We put on our chef codes and we bring a high-end 4-course dinner, vegan, gluten-free dinner, the second week of every month.
Can we show some photos of that event first?
Oh.
Here.
Yes. Yep.
This is your space.
Yeah, we transform we bring it in, we put out the white linens. It's a BYOB event. We get candles out. We really make it a really nice, comfy, cozy, inviting atmosphere.
And I love this view too because it's the other side and you can see some of your cases. Yeah, and you can see how large your space is.
Yes,
it's
it is.
really, really nice.
Yeah, we have the capacity of about 30 people for these dinners, and it's nothing off the menu. It's high-end desserts, entree, salad, appetizer.
We have some photos of like some of the food items of a dinner. Can we pull those up? And
Is
then
this
you
a-
can kind of tell us what we are going to be looking at.
Sure.
Excellent.
This is something you make reservations for.
Yes, call it. Yes, I highly recommend calling ahead. Yes, we're almost half full for our next dinner.
Cool.
But yes, definitely.
That is not the high end.
No,
one.
no.
That's the lunch.
Yeah, those are high-end lunches.
Yes.
They look delicious.
My mouth is watering.
Okay, here we go.
So, there we go. That's our eggplant meatballs with a side of spaghetti squash and a garlic butter
Yum.
sauce.
Now, is
on it.
that the entree?
That would be the entree.
Entree,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. And then the next one is our.
I saw some.
Yes, those are our scallop king oyster trumpet mushrooms.
Wow, those are mushrooms.
Those are mushrooms.
I
yes.
thought they were
That's our signature appetizer.
Excellent.
Yep. That's served with a roasted broccoli.
Nice.
And those are our trumpet mushrooms again. The last dinner with a beet smash, and some seeded crackers.
Neat.
And that's one of our salads. It was a Mediterranean salad.
That looks delicious.
With a nice edible flour on
Yes,
it.
exactly.
Yes.
So I think that was served with a raspberry balsamic vinaigrette.
Nice.
Well, that's the neat thing about vegan food too. You don't have to be vegan to eat it.
Right.
And I think exploring those flavors, which can mimic, mushrooms can mimic a meat type flavor, correct?
Absolutely.
And that's, and the seafood, from what I understand, some mushrooms can mimic like a lobstery kind of flavor as well.
Yeah, we make in the summer season. We make a lobster roll. We make crab cakes. So we do a lot of different things to bring people over to plant-based, which is better for the environment, better for your health. Zero cholesterol seafood, I guess.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to share that because I've experienced that a little bit, and I know that some people are apprehensive because they're like, well, I don't like mushrooms or whatever, but the flavor profile does mimic the seafood very well and can mimic some, other types of meat sometimes too, depending on the preparation. So I think it's just a neat way to experience something that maybe you haven't.
Yeah.
And I love that you are offering an opportunity for anyone with food sensitivities or actual, anaphylactic issues, the ability to go out to dinner and not have to ask the chef what's in the food. Because
Exactly.
that's a part of my dining experience almost every time I go anywhere. So just to know, like, you could go somewhere and you don't even have to think twice about it is really a blessing.
Newcomers come in, when they come in, I can have everything, and especially the little kids
Yes.
too. They're
Yes.
against the bakery glass, and it just fills my heart. I love what I do.
Yes.
So do you have, we'd love for you to share how people can connect with you, maybe reiterate where you were located, but do you have any other exciting things up your sleeve that you're going to start promoting?
Well,
I bet you do. Maybe you don't want to share it right now. But
well, you can find us on. I have my website, and I'm on Instagram.
So what is your website?
ShaynaBeesByTheSea.com.
Oh, that's super easy.
love that.
Yeah, and that's my Instagram handle as well.
Shayna Bees by the Sea.
Yes,
And you're doing these vegan Fridays once a month?
once a month right now. Yeah, we've been doing them for about a year. It's taken a little time for people to get the word out, but they're just starting to build up some traction and getting some interest.
So maybe the demand might increase?
That's what I'm hoping. Yes.
Yes.
And then once that happens, maybe we offer them twice a month.
Okay.
So
Yes.
it all depends on the need.
Got it.
Well, thank
Well, I look forward to
you.
that.
Yeah, thank you so
Well,
much.
I'm sure after
for
this
joining
airs,
us.
your line is going to be out the door around the block. It's so yummy. My mouth is watering.
I hope so.
That's the goal, right? Is to spread the word. And it was even funny because when we were talking about having you in, even someone who works here goes, I'm celiac?
Yes.
And I
Anne
didn't
Marie.
even know she was here.
Wow. Okay.
So,
So she said, I think I'm going to have to go down and give it a try.
absolutely.
And hopefully one day I can franchise. To your last comment, and that is my goal: is to bring plant-based, gluten-free, clean food to as many people as possible. So I would love to franchise it.
I love that. Yeah. That is an awesome goal.
Well, thank you for being here.
Yay,
Thank
you'll
you
come
for
to
being
North
here.
Carolina.
All right.
Yes.
And congratulations on your 50th episode. It was
Yes,
wonderful to be a part
We're so
of it.
excited. We're so excited to share, to try and share, and just keep spreading the health and happiness that you bring.
Thank you.
And to our viewers, remember to always look for the silver linings.